Wow, well. What have we got here but Sean Washington,
I'm back, babe.
Jeremy Holder,
Miss me?
and myself, Tom Morris. And after a very long time, the last time we were all together was The Legend of Zelda: The Switch release last March. It's an episode of Delve into the Void where we cover...
Was that last March?
Yeah, that was March 2017.
Yeah.
Yes, it has been a long time.
I think I was like almost bald back then.
No, I think your dreads were actually longer. I think maybe you've cut them since then.
No, I haven't cut them.
I know, I'm getting more bald.
I will never cut these.
And a little bit gray, and Jeremy's, well.
Yeah, moving on. Keep it moving.
So, what has everyone been up to in the last few months? There's a lot. We're back because really, we love pop culture. We love video games. We love movies. We love comic books. We love TV shows. We're excited about what 2018 has brought us and 2019 is bringing us. But first, I'm going to start with Jeremy here. What have you been up to?
Man, like you said, it's been a minute since we've seen. Gaming has been a thing. There's been lots of movies as well, and I've just been enjoying all the great pop culture-ness and storing in so much information, and definitely been ready to talk about it.
All right. If I could say, pin you down on the two biggest events this year that you've enjoyed. Let's go one video game moment and one movie. And I know that's very hard to do, but what would you say that has really defined this year for you?
The movie one is, let's get that one out the way. That one's easy. I'm sorry, Mr. Stark. I don't want to go. We all know Avengers. I was looking forward to that. It was everything I wanted it to be. It was amazing. That was the big movie event for me. Wow, I definitely own that in 4K, and I've seen that way too many times. In theaters before the 4K-ness. And as far as gaming goes, I think the shirt kind of represents the big gaming moment for me. We're definitely going to get into that soon, but you've seen the episodes. I'm a Smash fan, and it finally came out, and it was so worth the wait. So
yes, we actually haven't. The three of us haven't really talked in a while, and then all of a sudden we got a text message from Sean saying, pretty much, yeah, I'm getting it. What? Before we get into that part, what's defined you in 2018?
You know what? I'm gonna have to go hands down. Tears, non-stop tears. Whether it be Spider-Man, on PlayStation, phenomenal experience, absolutely amazing experience that hit every note that it was supposed to, making it an absolutely amazing game. All the way to the magic of Netflix and Disney getting into the largest, most public fist fight. Can they just cancel everything? I think actually Disney is canceling Netflix at this point. They're just pulling the plug. No more Netflix. The best season. Best season, Daredevil.
Before taking everything away. So it's like, oh yeah, here's Infinity War, but cancel everything else.
The Snap got Netflix. Like maybe that's what happened. That's crazy. But it does make a little sense. Because after a great Daredevil season, after Iron Fist actually was watchable, after the nice ending that they had on Luke Cage, we got them all axed. And I'm not happy with that because I really want more. And they better have it on. They better put it on the Disney Channel, not on the Disney Channel. That would be amazing. But
Disney
on this
Plus,
Disney Plus,
whatever Disney wants to call it, they're yeah.
Well, here's a good question for both of you. My cousin was telling me, you've got to watch Daredevil. You got to watch Daredevil, and we're such binge nowadays. Our watching habits are binging. Let's binge these series. Would you rather have 5 seasons, short episodes, and tell a definitive story from beginning to end, or get so wrapped up into a series that, hey, this is great, we're going to cancel it and not give you an ending?
For me, that's kind of what they did for on one of the Netflix series that they did, the one Sense8. And they actually did end up giving in to the fans and doing the same thing that they did on Jericho, where they just speed to an ending, give you everything. They did the same thing with Firefly and Serenity. They did give a chance for the fans to close it out, and I do appreciate that. At this point in my life, I'm a binge watcher. I don't have the time. I am not going to spend the time to go through and actually wait week after week. I'm going to wait until it all comes out. I think The Good Place is a perfect example of a show that if I had to wait every week for that, I would never watch it. But when I can watch a whole season in a block, it's an amazing show. Love every minute of it. I need it now.
I mean, I agree with you. There's some shows that really does play better as a week-by-week one, and then there's some shows that just be better binge. I mean, Netflix is the reason why Netflix has become so popular and such a great platform, besides the fact that they put on everything, your video game consoles, even down to the DS, handhelds, whatever it may be, it's everywhere. But besides that, people want to binge, and that's the thing. After a long, day of work, you just want to go ahead, get your snacks, and then, blast through 3 or 4 or 5 episodes or a full season. I mean, for one thing about it, I mean, I love binge watching a full season of Doctor Who. But then there's some shows that I would rather have the cliffhanger. I mean, I know growing up, one thing's for sure, after hearing, for example, I'm pretty sure we all felt this, is that after you hear Goku power up for a whole episode, and it's like, next time on Dragon, I was hurt. But that hurt is what that memory made stay. Just watching that whole episode, him yelling, powering up. I'm like, okay, he's about to go down. He's about to do it. Then it's like, now I have to wait next week. You get what I'm saying? So some shows, very few shows, I feel like probably benefit from the week-to-week, episode-to-episode. But most shows, binge it.
Yep. So there still are people watching Doctor Who?
Yes. Actually, there are a lot of people. I mean, the new season's going pretty good.
What is new with Doctor Who?
For one thing, Doctor Who has changed quite a bit. The Doctor is no longer a older guy with attack eyebrows. He is now a girl. So before we get confused in that one, the way the Doctor works is the fact that he's an alien, and every time he's about to die, his entire cells and everything restructure randomly, basically. So, in other words, he could be a young guy, he could be an older guy, he could be back as a young guy, and now he's like this younger girl. So everything in his perspective is now changed, and the whole show is different. So I don't want to go too much in that. We should probably do an episode on that one. But
how many episodes are there in Doctor Who? I enjoy Doctor Who. I haven't kept up with it since Peter Capaldi, I kind of dropped off, but how many episodes are we into the new Doctor?
We're in quite a few episodes. I'm not exactly sure counting that one, but I know the season is definitely underway.
It's 12 or 13 at this point, I think, because we should have the Christmas episode coming up pretty quick, and I know there was murmuring about maybe some changes that they were looking at the Christmas season, so it'll be interesting to see. I know they lost a showrunner, I do believe. So there's some huge changes around there. It may not be a showrunner. They lost somebody on the team that was causing some shakeups there. So I've been a Doctor Who fan forever. And I was so happy to see my doctor end up in Jessica Jones and did a phenomenal job. But
canceled.
Jessica Jones isn't canceled yet. Don't mess with my emotions, man.
I'm going to quote another Marvel movie. You know it's coming, Pete.
I like you less and less every day. It's amazing.
Some things don't change. It stays the same as these wonderful going back and forth. Viewer habits do change. Castlevania came on Netflix season 2. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that. And just gaming on all different platforms, watching on all different platforms, a lot going on. And through the episodes that we will cover what's going on, but we're going to take a little break because this episode, we're back together and we're going to discuss 2 major topics. Of course, we're going to talk about the movies that are coming out close in a matter of a couple weeks and what's coming out next year because we enjoy movies. And second, as you can see, Smash, I think, just recently released, and Jeremy texted us, said, you have to play it. Sean said he is playing it. I have it. I guess that's as far as I've gotten so far.
Have you opened it, though?
I have.
The package.
I have opened it. I have downloaded the update. I have got the Fighter Pass. And we'll be back in just a moment.